Live at TFNN, Breakout Investing, with your host, Ken Shreve.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing on TFNN. I'm your host, Ken Shreve. If you want to call in and talk about this market, the number to use is 877-927-6648. That's 877-927-6648. A reminder that my show airs every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern on TFNN. I'm on Channel 1 and Tiger TV, right on the homepage of TFNN.com. You can look at charts right along with me when I'm talking about them on the show. You can also get the show anytime on iTunes if you can't listen live. And remember, another way to listen to all TFNN programming is with your smartphone. Just type in tfnn.mobi on your smartphone browser, and you can get the stream that way as well. Well, there's a hot day in Southern California today where I'm broadcasting from, but unfortunately not a hot day for the stock market. Looks like we're aiming for a finish near session lows. Before we get to that, let me just remind you that I write the Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter at TFNN. You can get a trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks right on the home page. Just click on the newsletters tab right at the top of the page, then click on investment newsletters, and you can read all about me and Ultimate Growth Stocks, and I think I'm also right there, just right on the home page as well, so you may not even have to click on the newsletters tab, but you can get a 2-week trial. I publish once a week, and I send out email alerts in between weekly updates. Sometimes they are buy alerts, sometimes they are sell alerts, sometimes they are just general market updates. So do my best to keep subscribers informed as to what's going on in this market. Certainly has been a very, very volatile market since late July, early August. I'm sitting on a pretty good cash position right now in my model portfolio. I only own 3 stocks at this point. Let's take a look and see what is going on with the market right now. I mentioned that we're looking like pretty weak here into the close. We've got about 50 minutes or so left to go in Thursday's session. Looks like the NASDAQ right now is down about 44 points. That's 1.8% to 2423. The Dow and S&P 500 down pretty much about the same percentage declines. The S&P 500 is down about 16 points, 1.4% to 1161. And the Dow down about 154 points. That's 1.4% to 11,166. Not a whole lot of volume behind today's decline, at least right now. I guess that's at least a small silver lining to the weakness today. It looks like NASDAQ volume is going to come in pretty close to Wednesday's level of 1.84 billion shares, tracking pretty close to Wednesday's level. Volume on the New York Stock Exchange looks like it's potentially could come in higher than Wednesday. On Wednesday, we had 1.1 billion shares on the New York Stock Exchange. We're tracking about 10% higher than that right now. So, we could end up conceivably getting another distribution day on the New York Stock Exchange. Remains to be seen if that will be the case on the NASDAQ. When I came on my last show Tuesday, we talked about the fact that that was a good day for the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ on Tuesday earlier this week was up 4.3%. You had volume of about 2.1 billion shares, which came in higher than Monday's level. It was a follow-through day on the 11th day of the NASDAQ's rally attempt that started on August 9th. And at the time, I mentioned that I really wasn't happy with the amount of technical setups that were out there to buy. Typically, when you get a follow-through day, first of all, you want to see one after a meaningful market decline. I think, that certainly fits the bill. We came in pretty quickly, about 18, 19%. Off of recent highs in about a 3 to 4 week period. So you did have a big shakeout in the market, and that normally is a meaningful enough pullback where if you do see a follow-through day or confirmation of a new uptrend, it can amount to something. It's too early to say that this follow-through day is not going to work. Certainly today's price action is not what you want to see, but we did come up nicely the past two sessions, so I don't want to give up on the rally at this point, but it doesn't look like a good day taking shape today. And the bottom line is that there is just not enough leadership out there to help lift this market higher. And when I'm talking about leadership, so people will email me and tweet to me on Twitter, and they'll say, well, there's leadership out there. The utilities are doing well. There's some beverage companies that are doing well, and that's really not the leadership I'm talking about. That's defensive leadership. And the bottom line is when you see a follow-through day, you want to see a lot of investors, institutional investors in particular, playing offense, not defense. Okay, and what you have right now are retail investors, institutional investors playing 100% defense at this point. You have a lot of damaged stock charts out there. You have charts that of some growth stocks that, hey, have the potential to lead going forward. I'm just not sure they're ready to do it right now, and that's important to pay attention to. And it's pretty much the main reason why I'm still mostly playing defense myself. When I see the utilities and typically defensive industry groups doing well, it just doesn't really make me feel confident that this rally is going to have meaningful legs. So lack of leadership is a very real issue right now in the market. A couple of headlines. Boy, it was a really interesting open. First of all, late yesterday afternoon, we had news that Steve Jobs is retiring or resigning as CEO of Apple. He's going to stay on, wants to stay on as in a chairman capacity, chairman of the board. The stock was initially down, $18-20 in after hours yesterday, but actually not turning in too bad a performance here. Let's pull up a chart of Apple and see where we're at here. Stock is actually hanging in there pretty well, considering the Nasdaq's down about 1.5% or so. Apple only down $2.47 at this point to $373.71. Buyers definitely have come in. This is a stock that is showing pretty good action around its 50-day moving average. So while there are a lot of growth stocks, especially the leaders, the big leaders over the past 2-year bull market, a lot of stocks that look like they're breaking down, frankly, and I'm not sure they're going to have the potential to lead going forward. We'll look at a few of those today a little bit later, but I don't include Apple in that boat. There's a lot of apprehension that without Steve Jobs as CEO, this company is going to have problems. I completely disagree with that. I think a lot of this news has already been priced into the stock. I mean, Apple is still selling at 15 times trailing earnings, 12 times forward earnings, and Tim Cook is certainly no stranger to leading the company. Remember, he first stepped in on an interim basis in 2004 when Jobs was battling pancreatic cancer. Obviously, he continues to battle this disease. Tim Cook resumed the role in 2009 when Jobs had his liver transplant, I should say, and Tim Cook has basically been managing the company's day-to-day operations since January of this year. So he may not have the the visionary ability of Jobs, but he's a good operational guy, and believe me, I think the company is in very good hands with Tim Cook, and Apple is a stock that I want to own. I'm just cautious of owning any stocks right now in this market when I'm still seeing kind of net distribution in this market, and even though we had that sign of strength by the Nasdaq on Tuesday, and we just look at what the market's doing today, there are still sellers around here. There's still a lot of uncertainty about the U.S. economy. There's uncertainty about Europe. There's uncertainty just about everywhere, but Apple is a stock that I'm probably going to want to own at some point. I've owned it off and on over the years, and it's just a great innovator, and I think this company still has big things ahead of it, and frankly, its chart right now, the fact that it's firming up at its 50-day moving average, while just about every other stock is trading well below the 50-day moving average, I think that's noteworthy with Apple. I think the news of Steve Jobs' resignation and that Tim Cook is going to be taking over, the media really tried to make a big deal of this, but bottom line is that Apple will be fine. Also wanted to take a look at Google. Google is not a stock that I can say with 100% conviction, is going to have the ability to lead this market higher if we eventually turn higher with conviction. The stock has really been hammered by a lot of institutional selling. Shares are down only about 0.5% today to 520.49. It hit an intraday high of 537. There's some news yesterday on the company. Basically, on Wednesday, the search giant agreed to pay a $500 million fine after the government determined Google had allowed Canadian pharmacies to use the search service to basically illegally market prescription and non-prescription drugs to consumers in the U.S. So Google's going to have to do a better job of sort of policing their site. But again, this is a broken stock at this point. When Google reported earnings back in July, I mean, it had that huge gap up over in this area here, and it really looked like it was almost a turning point for the company. There was a lot of apprehension about the company's earnings report, but they really hit a home run. The bottom line growth was there. The top line growth was there. They had, talked a lot about a lot of good things going on at the company, and then they made that acquisition of Motorola Mobility, which people still think they overpaid for. And again, the stock is well off its highs today, trading around 520.41. Okay, taking a look at oil, up 14 cents to settle at 85.30 a barrel. Gold finally finds a bid today, up $5.90 to settle at $1,763.20 an ounce. It hit a low of $1,702.44 earlier in the session. So buyers finally come back into gold today. U.S. dollar index at last check was up about 0.4% to 74.28. Clearly, money has been coming out of gold and bond funds recently. The GLD is trading higher today. Let's take a look at the GLD. That trades at 1/10 the price of gold bullion, and the GLD is mostly unchanged at this point, up 7 cents to 171.72. It is holding above its 50-day moving average, still at 158.86. Obviously, this was a parabolic move in GLD. I saw my good friend Tom O'Brien on CNBC earlier today. He was talking about the move in gold and the recent pullback. He does a great job anytime he goes on that network. But the GLD down hard the past 2 days. Hit an intraday low today of 165.88, but it's up near a session high again, up 7 cents at this point to 171.72. And then we can take a look real quick as we head into break here. The TLT, this is the iShares 20-plus year Treasury bond fund. That's up about 1% today to 107.34. Like gold, it had really fallen apart the past few days, but it's firming up, still holding well above its 50-day moving average at 99.45. Stick with us, folks. We'll be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Breakout Investing, Ken Shreve with you. Appreciate you listening in. Again, the number to use to call in is 877-927-6648. Always enjoy the phone calls when they come in, so give me a call if you have a question about this market. Before we went into break, I was just talking about the fact that after 3 days of weakness in the TLT, that's the iShares 20-plus year Treasury bond fund, the bonds, especially at the long end, were rising today. Yields headed lower, but it really is amazing that the TLT is still holding well above its 50-day moving average at 99.45. It's still trading around 107.34, so still has quite a ways to go before it breaks meaningful support. I think it's also firming up right at its 20-day moving average right now. But as money has moved out of the gold market and out of the bond market to some extent, it has to find a home somewhere, and that's where you've been, these yield seekers moving out of bonds and saying, where else can we find yield? So it makes sense that utilities are doing well here. A lot of utilities out there have actually pretty decent charts. So I wanted to take a look at a name that's probably not familiar to many of you. And let's see if I have the ticker symbol right here. UIL Holding. I believe this is it. Yeah, down about 30 cents right now to 33.23. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a weekly chart here. But this is a company that provides electric utility services to customers in Connecticut. It yields 5.2%. And let me go ahead and pull up a chart here of UIL. And here it is right here. And you can see technically a stock that is in a good base here. You're going to hear me talk a lot about stocks that are forming bases, stocks that are poised to break out of bases. And frankly, I wish I saw a lot more technical formations like this. This is not a perfect base by any means, but it is one that could yield a breakout. The stock is trying to break out over 33.45. Again, it's trading at 33.23 right now. It hit a high of 33.75 this week, so it's trying to make a move over 33.45. You can see this down week here in very heavy volume, how it managed to close up near its high for the week. That is a sign of strength. It's called a support week, so pretty good technical structure in UIL holding. Again, this is a utility that's acting well in this market. It, again, provides electric utility services to customers in Connecticut, has a good yield of 5.2%. And when you can get good yield and strong price performance, hey, that's the best of both worlds. Some REITs acting well. Again, that's a place where you typically can find a decent dividend. Let's take a look at an interesting name in this group. Ticker symbol ACC, American Campus Communities. Now, this is a company that it really operates in a nice niche here. What they do is they basically own, manage, and develop student housing properties across the United States. It doesn't yield as much as UIL. ACC yields 3.6%, still pretty decent, but very, very good fundamentals at this company. So typically when you're evaluating REITs, you're really not looking at bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters, but the revenue growth here in recent quarters has really been impressive. In the second quarter, their revenue grew 22% year over year to $90.2 million. Earnings up 11% to 42 cents a share. So technically a pretty strong stock here, and we could take a look at its weekly chart as well. I know I have it in here somewhere. American Campus. There it is. Pull up. Bear with me here. American Campus Communities. There it is. That's the weekly chart, and you can see a stock that has shown incredible price resilience, and that is definitely worth paying attention to in a market that we're in. There are a lot of stocks 20, 30, 40, 50% off their recent highs. Those holding firm, especially in the right industry groups, are worth paying attention to. So this is an interesting REIT that I came across recently. All right, quick look at economic data today. Yesterday we had a nice durable goods report that brought out some buyers in the market. Today, weekly jobless claims, not that great. They rose unexpectedly by 5,000 to 417,000, but the data were distorted a bit by the Verizon strike. The government said at least 8,500 workers at Verizon filed claims last week, and at least 12,500 filed claims the week before. When we come back, let's talk about the Jackson Hole speech tomorrow. Stick with us. We'll be right back, folks.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks. TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
And it's my very great pleasure to announce our winner in the Great Panther Silver Coin Giveaway, Patricia Keith of Framingham, Massachusetts. Patricia, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you the kind of person that's lucky that wins a lot of things in life or not?
Yeah, I do.
You do? What do you think you attribute this luck to? Is it good living or what?
Positive thinking, yeah.
That is the key. Did you ever think you would win the Great Panther Silver Coin?
No, I didn't, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And how long have you listened to TFNN?
Oh my gosh, 5 years?
Through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin Burnstone Mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone Mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister Mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York Stock Exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to Breakout Investing. I'm your host, Ken Shreve. Folks, every day right on the homepage of TFNN.com, TFNN is giving away a silver coin. It's called the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway, and you can register right on the homepage for a chance to win every day. I believe the contest is running through Labor Day, but you can get all the details right on the homepage of TFNN.com. We do have a winner today, and he happens to be on the phone from my own state of California, Jorge Sandoval from Bellflower. Jorge, how are you today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, congratulations on winning the the daily winner from the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway. How's it feel to be a winner?
I'm excited, man. I feel so good right now.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. And you've been listening to TFNN for how long now? Are you a new listener, old listener? What's the story?
I'm a new listener, 4 months.
Oh, wow. Okay. And would you consider yourself an active participant in the stock market? Are you still learning? What's the story there?
Yeah, I'm a beginner. I'm new to this.
Okay. So you're learning all about, have you read Tom's book yet, Timing the Trade and Identifying Swing Points and all that good stuff?
No, not yet.
All right. Well, that'd be a good place to start. And hey, congratulations once again. You'll be getting that coin soon, and we appreciate you listening very much to TFNN.
Wow, thanks a lot.
Okay, Jorge, take care. All right, Jorge Sandoval from Bellflower, today's winner, the Great Panther Summer Silver giveaway. And again, you can register right on the homepage of TFNN.com for your chance to win a beautiful silver coin. And that contest is going to be running for a little while longer. Great Panther Silver is a publicly traded company, trades on the Amex under the ticker GPL. That's Great Panther Silver on the American Stock Exchange under the ticker GPL. So congratulations once again to Jorge Sandoval from Bellflower, today's winner. Okay, so what's coming up tomorrow? We've got a couple of potentially market-moving events. I think it's going to be a very interesting day for the market. I saw a headline yesterday that basically said that the near-term market direction is really going to have a lot to do with what we hear tomorrow from the Fed. Before the Fed speech, which you've probably heard a lot about Ben Bernanke's speech in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. When is the speech? As far as I can tell, it's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and boy, you know what? I'm going to have to double check that. I believe it is 7 a.m. here on the West Coast, which would be 10 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm pretty sure that's when the speech is going to be going on, just after the market open. But before that, we're going to get the second estimate to second quarter gross domestic product, and this could be a potential market mover as well, because if we get, remember, there was a big downward revision to first quarter GDP of it was revised down to growth of just 0.4%. The first estimate to second quarter gross domestic product was 1.3%. That is expected to come down to 1.1%. So if you get a number that's much below 1.1%, that could spook the market. Hopefully it'll be right in that area of 1.1%. And then, of course, the Bernanke speech. Now, what is he going to be talking about? If you remember the last Fed statement, there was verbiage in there that said that the committee discussed the range of policy tools available to promote a stronger economic recovery in a context of price stability. I suspect we could get a little more color on that, but if you're expecting QE3 to be announced, just like he set the table for QE2 last year around this time, I don't think it's going to happen, nor do I think it should. I think QE3 should, just not happen for the time being. We'll be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of tfnn.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to tigermetalexchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing. Ken Shreve with you on TFNN. Quick check on the markets. Unfortunately, it's just not looking good here. We're bleeding pretty badly into the close here. About 15 minutes left to go in Thursday's session. The NASDAQ now down 2%. That's 50 points, 2417. The S&P 500 down about 1.8%. That's 21 points to 1156. And the Dow down 11,123, 197 points. That's about 1.7%. So at last check, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of volume behind the move. It's really tough to tell with about 15 minutes left to go here. Looks like there's a chance that volume on the New York Stock Exchange is going to stay elevated from Wednesday's levels. So that would make for another distribution day for the New York Stock Exchange. NASDAQ volume at last check was tracking, about on pace with Wednesday, but seeing the acceleration of selling into the close here, probably a pretty good chance it will finish slightly higher volume-wise on the NASDAQ compared to Wednesday. So it's certainly not good to see ahead of the speech tomorrow. Who knows? I mean, it's really tough to tell how the market's going to react to what Bernanke has to say. Again, I think it probably gets a little more color on the range of policy tools that are available to the Fed from here to help stimulate the economy. But when it comes to QE3, I don't think really anyone is interested in more quantitative easing that ultimately is going to fuel inflation down the line. Inflation is already elevated, and I think the feeling is that, and probably what we hear from Bernanke is that he wants to let this economy sort of fix itself. The quantitative easing the first couple rounds of quantitative easing are probably going to be it for now, and if something is introduced, it probably won't be till later in the year. So we will see what happens, but very disappointing performance by the market today, especially after you got this apparent follow-through day on Tuesday, but still, as I mentioned earlier in the program, there's just not enough leadership around. I mentioned that on Tuesday, and I'm sticking to my guns. I mean, you hear me say it a lot, but my screens are my best indicator to tell me when to be in the market. And if I'm just not seeing any technical setups that are interesting enough to buy, whether or not we have a follow-through day, then I'm just not gonna buy. I've nibbled sporadically here and there, but that's about it. Like I said, still sitting on a fairly significant cash position in the model portfolio. Let's talk about some good news today in a down market. Remember recent IPO Zillow, that's ticker symbol Z on the New York Stock Exchange. Let's pull up a chart of Zillow here, and Yeah, stock is having a very good day. It's up 16%. That's $4.24 to $30.50. Zillow is a provider of online real estate data. All my real estate friends out here in Southern California, they don't really like Zillow that much because all these people that want to sell their homes, they'll tell their agents, hey, I went to Zillow and they said my home was worth this much, and then the real estate agents have to explain to them, well, it's not really what it's worth. But so it's just funny listening to these real estate agents talk about Zillow. But Zillow is a website where you can go, enter your address and get an approximate value of your house. But anyway, the company went public on July 20th at $20 a share. Actually hit an intraday high of $60 on that day, but stock is still trading well above its IPO price. Again, trading right now around $30.50. So good news from Zillow. They reported an unexpected profit of 6 cents a share. Sales rose 116% from a year ago to $15.9 million. So good news from Zillow today. Not so much good news from Applied Materials. This is a bellwether chip equipment company. This is a stock that really is not going to be on my radar just because it's been slammed by institutional selling in recent months, stuck in a nasty downtrend. There are some traders out there that may try to make a few points here and there on the upside, but technically very damaged. Late Wednesday, the company reported very good growth on the bottom line, earnings up 106% year over year to 35 cents a share. Sales growth, however, up 11% to $2.79 billion, but the company, if you look back sequentially in terms of second quarter sales growth, first quarter sales growth, fourth quarter of last year, sales growth has been slowing or decelerating for several quarters in a row. And when you're evaluating a company, one thing that's really not good to see is a deceleration in quarterly sales growth, and that's exactly what you have with Applied Materials. So a lot of people will pound the table on Applied Materials, say it's selling at 9 times trailing earnings, 8 times forward earnings. Still, it's a cheap stock, but it's cheap for a reason. Stock is down about 5% today, down 53 cents to $10.82, near its session low. Also take a look at Guess. The news wasn't good here either. Guess reported earnings. This is a stock that a lot of charts that look like Guess and Applied Material in this market right now. Perhaps Guess and Applied Material is a little more worse for the wearer, but Guess is down 7% today, $2.33 to $30.96. Decent earnings growth, up 17% year over year to 84 cents a share. Sales up 17% to $677 million, but not good enough for investors. Stocks having a pretty rough day. Let's take a look at some movers today. Stocks bucking the trend. At least at last check, with the NASDAQ selling off like it is. I'm not sure that's still the case, but we can take a look at Fossil that has moved up sharply off its lows. Still a lot of fans of Fossil out there, and again, this is a very good growth story in the market, but Fossil, not a stock that's on my radar right now, only because it's corrected so much off its recent high of around $135. Shares are down 1% today, not too bad relatively speaking to 91.75. But anytime a stock gets slammed like this by heavy volume selling, institutional selling, there are big investors in here that are liquidating their positions. You see the rally back. There's been some decent volume, at least on Tuesday and Wednesday, but this is really going to have a long way back to its prior highs. Not a stock that I'm expecting to provide bona fide leadership going forward, even though it was a very strong performer for quite some time. And fundamentals, frankly, still look pretty good. We'll be right back, folks.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to tfnn.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the markets and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make. Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
If you're in the market for a jumbo loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then Everbank is your answer. For more information, call Everbank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. Everbank, 877-471-5970.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing. I'm your host, Ken Shreve. With about 5 minutes left to go in Thursday's session here, we've got the NASDAQ down 1.9%, the Dow and S&P 500 down about 1.7% each. Wanted to take a look at some big bull market leaders that look to me like they're, well, not only under pressure today, but they've been under pressure for a while, not sure of their ability to lead going forward. That's an important thing to pay attention to. There are a lot of big leaders over the past 2 years that have gone up so much in price, they are and have been under so much selling pressure since early August, they may not be able to ever, lead the market again. So you don't want to stay married to what worked in a prior bull market. Let's take a look at Chipotle Mexican Grill. Shares are down about 2.4% today to $289.26. It is a stock that See, it's trading below its 10-day, its 20-day moving average. Technically acting pretty weak here. This is a daily chart. Let's go and take a look at the weekly of Chipotle, get a better long-term view. You can see it's still, trying to find support at its 40-week moving average. Any stock right now that has come down with the market and is trying to firm up at its 40-week moving average, that's a good sign. I mean, it may be able to find support there, eventually start working its way higher. But if it starts doing that in light volume, which I suspect we could see, that's not good to see when a stock is correcting in price in heavy volume as it builds the right side of its base. So I would consider Chipotle, I'd be interested in this stock if it starts to move higher and I see clear signs of accumulation. Right now it's trying to bottom at its 40-week moving average. It hasn't broken through that support level, which is a good sign. We need to see more signs of accumulation in Chipotle before I'm convinced that it has an ability to lead. Let's take a look at Deckers Outdoor. Another stock that I did well with, or I should say that I've done well with through the years. Big leader, but you can see kind of a broken stock right now. Taking a look at the stock, it's below its 50-day moving average, also below its 200-day moving average. Stock is down about 3.3% today to 80.61. Take a look at a weekly chart of Deckers Outdoor, and you can see it also is a stock that is looking a bit broken here. Big leader during the 2-year bull market, up about 360% since the end of March 2009, but a stock that is now not only trading below support levels, it's below its 10-week moving average, below its 40-week moving average. Just looking long in the tooth here, and the stock has been under quite a bit of selling pressure. Moving on, taking a look at Baidu, another huge leader during the 2-year bull market. Baidu is a China-based search engine. Stock is hanging in there pretty good today, actually only down about 0.4% to 133.11 on the daily chart. You can see it is trying to firm up at its 200-day moving average. Still a lot of institutional selling in this stock on the way down. Haven't seen any signs of institutional buying yet. If we do start to see institutional buying, then I think this stock has a better chance of retesting its prior high around 160, 165. Take a look at its weekly chart here. Again, the weekly charts provide longer-term perspective, can also smooth out day-to-day volatility. You can see on the weekly chart, huge price run for Baidu. This is a stock that's up 644% since the start of the bull market in March 2009. Arguably a late-stage base here, but again, to its credit, it has not broken a longer-term support level, its 40-week moving average. So it could go on to form a base here, but the bottom line is I just need to see more leadership in this market. The leadership is clearly undefined at this point. I don't like to see the utilities leading. I don't like to see the beverage companies leading. Need to see leadership come into much better focus. I think it will happen at some point, but it's probably going to take a little while longer. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We'll talk to you next week.